First of all, what is the CBDC? The CBDC stands for Central Bank's Digital Currency. What are central banks? Central banks are centralised financial institutions of a country or regional organisation like the European Union. Their job is to have complete authority to regulate banks and provide financial services, including economic research. The main goal of central banks is to stabilise currency, keep unemployment low and prevent inflation. Rishi Sunak is a Conservative MP and is the UK's Chancellor of the Exchequer, who introduced CBDC to G7. What is G7? G7 is the group of 7 countries that are an intergovernmental political forum. These include Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom and the United States. The idea of the CBDC is very similar to most cryptocurrencies in the way that you never actually see the cash, it's all digitalised. A lot of people all over the world love the idea of crypto because of the freedom that you have with it in the ways that you can spend it, buy it, trade it, sell it, because it's all decentralised. The pleasant way that Mr. Sunak presents the CBDC is by ensuring safety of your money. Claiming your money will be used in ways that are energy efficient, cyber resilient, anti-money laundering, and offer businesses and consumers new ways to pay for things in the future. He also claims that users will be privacy protected. This part really worries me how he can say that, because when you look into it, there's one thing that not a lot of people are even talking about or aware of. The CBDC states that this currency will be completely programmable. This means that the government will be able to see exactly where you spend your currency, dictate whether they will allow you to spend your money on certain things, and possibly make you spend your currency within a certain time frame to keep the economy going. So, say goodbye to your savings accounts. This all sounds like something out of an episode of Black Mirror or some mumbo-jumbo conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's coming to the world that we live in. I'll give you a quick example of how this might work. Imagine you work a job and you get paid 500 credits, I'll call them for now. The government will be able to say you can only spend 100 of them on groceries this week, 100 on clothes and 200 on housing bills, the remaining 100 on something else, and even put a deadline on the amount of time that you have to spend it. So, with the remaining 100, you decide you want to go to a bar and have some drinks. Let's say you buy 6 beers, you want one more. But if the government doesn't deem you worthy of a 7th, then you won't be able to purchase any more alcohol. If you want to get a flight to another country, it could potentially get denied if you've already been on your limit for holidays this year. Sounds unreal, right? But there's one country that already does this. That's China. They already use the social credit system. By the end of 2018, the government stopped 17.5 million people from purchasing international flights. For me, this really scares me because personally, I love to travel. I spend most of my money visiting different countries multiple times a year. And I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this video right now who love to travel also. So how would you feel if you had that human right taken away from you, along with many others? When the pandemic started, the government encouraged people to pay for daily items by card payment and not to use cash. This decreased cash payments in 2020 so fast that it would have taken 3 non-pandemic years to decrease normally. Statistics show that catching COVID from cash was as little to none compared to being coughed on or breathed on. So why did they do this? To test the waters and see if we would comply by the rules? I don't know. But what I do know is after saying this to the public, the government now know how easy it is for the population to abide by any rules thrown at us, including all the online check-ins that we've had to do everywhere we go. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying, I can't wait for things to go back to normal, go back to the way things were. The sad truth is, there is no going back. We have already shown the people in power how easy it is for us to follow rules, and this creates plans and methods for them to have further control on our lives in the future. Penalisation has also been shown in the people that didn't want to take the vaccination. Now, honestly, I don't care if someone wants to get the vaccine or not. It's completely up to the individual as a person. Because me personally, I value my freedom over everything else. But this information also shows that if people don't comply by the rules, there will be consequences. You see, it's not about the action, it's about control. I feel when this comes into place, it'll be presented very harmless and in fact very normal, considering people pay for things with just the tap of the card, phone or wristwatch anyway. But over time, as people use these digital credits, we will start to see more and more rules, including negative interest rates on savings in your bank accounts, so your money will slowly decrease over time unless you transfer them into your digital credits. Paying for things with cash will also have extra charges. Unless it's in credit value, you'll get standard price. Withdrawing and depositing cash into a bank account will also have a charge on it. This will be to eliminate most of the cash from the world as quick as possible. As you can imagine, it'll be a long process, but my guess is around 10 years. But like I said earlier, it didn't take us very long to comply with the rules then, so why should it when the CBDC comes into action? There are many arguments for and against the central bank's digital currency. Do you value your freedom of choice to take risks? Or do you value the comfort of having everything that you do mapped out for the rest of your life? You choose, and let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching.